Apparently, 36 minutes ago, Cosmongold hosted Hasan is having a bad time. I'm checking this one right away. Let's go.
He's been having a bad time. He's really been having a bad time lately, huh?
Atrocious judgment, and I was glad to see many Democrats going online and saying, we don't want this guy as the symbol of our party.
The other thing is just, I'm sorry, I look at this guy and it's like, the thing that, sort of made him percolate up outside of his own entity was the fact that he was abusing his dog on an internet stream.
I get this.
Oh, the dog thing again.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was shock collar.
Yeah.
And the dog.
I get to say,
They all know about it. That's the main dude. How is it that's the one thing everybody knows you for? Yeah. Here's the reason why Collargate matters. And I think a lot of people, nobody's ever really saying this. It matters because it shows that if it's true, it's an indicator of a fundamentally non-American, non-Western value on a very, very deep moral level. The way that a lot of other cultures treat dogs is vastly different than the way American culture treats dogs.
And European culture, honestly, to add that, because in Italy we're also obsessed with dogs just as much as Americans are. I think we just have less space. But in general, it's funny and it's not at the same time because, yeah, of course, the Collargate, as he called it, situation demonstrated that this guy is a psycho. But it's not like we needed that. He had already done calls to violence, incitement to violence and all that kind of stuff before. So we already knew that. But I find it hilarious that his followers, the core, is still with him no matter what. He could do anything because they are sick in the head. But there are people on his same political side that whenever he talks about violence towards Republicans or towards conservatives or towards whatever the heck at this point, then moderate right, center right, centrist, then they're fine with it. They're like, oh yeah, it's fine, yeah, they deserve it. But the moment he went after the dog, that's where they draw the line. Oh, don't you touch the dog, then I don't like you anymore. It's facepalm stupid, but at the same time, it's also ridiculous that was the thing that got him.
Seeing somebody do that to a dog is culture shock. And I think that the reason why it was so viral, I mean, besides the fact that he tried to hide it and cover it up, etc., is that it is like a direct frame indicator that this person is on a very profound level culturally un-American.
Yes.
That's a big reason why.
And the second reason, to add to that, I agree 100%. And he says un-American, I would say non-Western, because the entirety of the West loves dogs. But I would like to add to that, it's also because the way we perceive dogs, and not just dogs, your cat, your pet, animals in general, we perceive them as innocent in a similar way to the way we feel about children. So if you think about it, they do have this in common. And that's why a lot of people treat their dogs like their children, because they're pure. They have an innate innocence about them. Animals don't torture or do things for malice the same way humans do. Even when they kill to eat, they don't do it like we do it. And at the same time, again, when you look at the little puppy, the little dog, she loves you. She's adorable. That level of behavior towards an animal like this, I think in our brain gives similar reactions to if he were to like slap a child in the face violently for no reason. Similar. Massive announcement. Check this out. You're gonna love it. As many of you know, or at least I think you know, I've been writing a book, my new journey into becoming an author. I've mentioned this on a few videos and on X, but this book was indeed crowdfunded. Now, any person who has donated or will donate to the crowdfunding will receive a full audiobook, and this is crowdfunding exclusive. So, as a way to say thank you to the people that have donated and supported my dream of becoming an author, if you have a minimum of $5 donation, you will receive the entirety of the audio file of the book, recorded by me with my voice, no AI involved, as a crowdfunding exclusive reward. This applies retroactively, so for all 262 donors that I've had so far, you'll get this, and anyone who decides to donate $5 or more, thank you very much, never expected, always appreciated, then you will be guaranteed a audio file of the book by the end of the crowdfunding campaign. Important, once the crowdfunding campaign is over, this audiobook version will not be made for sale. So this is once again crowdfunding exclusive. It's a perk. If you're interested in the audiobook, click the link in the description, and thank you so much.
It's like Aspen, yeah, different values. And so it reveals the facade. And that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of people talked about it. Hassan's not going to like that one. Sure, right? You can say that, and he can say, "Oh, I love the dog." I think Hasan probably takes good care of the dog, right? I'm not saying he's abusing his dog. I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying that like you see that clip, and you see what he's saying. It's obvious how people come to that conclusion. It is. It's obvious. Like oh, but what about 50 other times like I did this other thing with the dog? They're not seeing that. They didn't see that. It's hard to claim moral superiority. It's wild from the smartest dudes live now. What is this here? No. Palmer Lucky. I know everyone is busy talking about the New York Times interviewer smiling and nodding enthusiastically as Hasan Piker says the murder of Brian Thompson is understandable because he was guilty of social murder, but I want to focus on him electrocuting.
Yeah, that guy, Hasan. We need consequences for these statements.
He knows, bro. Everybody knows
But
about this.
everybody knows it, yeah.
Everybody knows. It's just, yeah. Well, oh yeah, isn't that the guy that shocked his dog? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm expecting my dad to tell me next time.
Yes. It's it's his legacy. It is. It's his legacy.
Yeah.
Oh my, he posted the meme.
He posted a meme.
Oh no.
Oh, that's funny. Raiden.
Oh my fucking god.
Raiden.
I abhor my dog. Oh my god. Shocked his dog. The best part is this particular incident inspired people to go back through his streams and find dozens more.
Yeah.
The dog just caught its nail on something and all the people disappeared instantly. So he even knows the background. Oh, I went back to the basics.
I'd like to underline that I don't know who Palmer Lucky is.
What he does on Twitch was true back then when only terminally online gamers cared about him, and it remains true today. He knows the lore. Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's a real one, man. He is. And I like him. Wow. Yeah, suck 100 bridges. Yeah, bro. As I said, go to 100 political rallies and you shock one dog. You're not a political activist. You're a dog zapper.
True.
That's it. Oh, my. And respect people, it should be illegal. I know. And yeah, from the fridge to the VV, Kaya should be free. It was really crazy. Like, he probably lost like 100,000 followers over that.
Really?
It is insane.
That's crazy.
And
as I say, that's where people draw the line. It's insane.
I'll look at this later on, but let me finish this off because there were some more of these that happened too. The Whole Foods.
Okay.
This is embarrassing. This is honestly like one of the most embarrassing interviews that like he's ever done.
Okay.
It's so sad. We're gonna watch it. Y'all ready? You're not?
Currency scheme that people are engaging in.
Mm-hmm. Would you steal from Whole Foods?
You want to go first? Well,
right, guys.
I'm pro stealing from big corporations because they steal quite a bit more from their own workers. However, one thing that might even help your ethical dilemma is the fact that
by the way, like if somebody like got into Hasan's account and they said that, well, we're going to try to hack into your account and then have the money from this corporation of Amazon go to us instead of you, I think that he would be upset about that.
Of course.
But they would be stealing from a big corporation.
And the rich, because the son is a rich. It's always like F the rich except for me.
I think that I think he'd be upset. Did you watch it yesterday? Is this the whole thing? And there's another one about the Luigi thing. And I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah, okay.
This is so cringe.
Okay.
Yeah.
automated process that they designed, these companies know will increase shrink, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually factored in. The lemons that you stole are factored into the bottom line of these mega corporations, regardless, and they still end
the whole thing.
free buses and also government-owned storefronts, and two of those policies.
Can one of the mods find me the Luigi clip about this? Because that was the one I wanted to talk about.
This beautiful city is currently working on.
You say he skipped around a little bit. I was kind of interested in the part about the bus, but I would be interested to see, because already, how can you justify, the rich, the corporations, should we say, they steal from the people, so the people are justified to steal back? That's chaos. If anything, address it with a representative, with Congress and see if there is the legislative arm of our government perhaps could look into it if there is injustice, which of course there is, by the way. But the answer is not havoc and chaos. Saying like, oh, well, anyone can take whatever they want. That's breaking the law. You're inciting to break the law. That doesn't work. Because again, then why couldn't someone come to your house, Hasan, and steal your TV? You see what I mean?
Would you encourage stealing in the same way from a Mamdani-run city-owned grocery store with lower prices?
I remember. Okay, I did see this whole clip. I thought, honestly, there was more to it than that, but maybe not. Let me go. I will even watch the Destiny thing. I'll even look at this. Let me see if I find it. It's on your Reddit? I don't know if it is or not. Let me see this.
I can't with young people today. Like, it's one thing if you, like, can't afford food or something, but when it's all these, like, decently wealthy yuppies that are, like, it's like their form of protest? Like, I'm gonna shoplift? Why? What are you doing?
Share your Netflix password.
I do.
I also do. Well,
with anyone.
For the longest time, I actually had someone else's Netflix password. That was my primary access to Netflix.
And now
again, the rich man didn't even pay for his Netflix. Oh my gosh, this guy.
Yeah.
Would you get around a paywall on an article you're trying to read?
This is like the most bougie, like, also, God, the Riz. I wonder if he actually tries to time, like, I'll wake up 20 minutes before this interview so my voice can be as low as possible.
Would you steal a book from the library?
Never.
The yes for the museum thing. All of this, you can just draw this on like the most slop lines.
Yep.
I don't. Wait, did he say yes? If they say yes, it's going to be because they have everything because of imperialism. So you should actually steal from every Western museum ever because imperialism. No.
Would you steal from the Louvre?
Yes, the automated process that they designed. These companies.
I don't even understand. Like, what is this? So they stole it, so I could steal it. Well, I mean, could somebody steal it from you? Like, how does this even work?
No, will increase shrink, right? So it's actually factored in. The lemons that
ridiculous.
Why do they say shit like this? Like, it's just so obviously not true. Like, is some amount of loss factored into everything these stores do? Yes. But if everybody starts stealing,
it's going to go up.
Then obviously that number is going to go up.
You know, that's the thing, right? Isn't it unbelievable that me and Asmongold have to agree with Destiny? I hate Destiny, but I got to agree with him over this nut job of Hasan Piker because he's the stupidest motherfucker at this point.
Now everybody has to pay for it.
And that's not going to be factored in. Places are just going to close.
Exactly.
Like, it's so crazy that these cringe because they never shop at these like fucking poor places, right?
Exactly.
These guys are in all the nice neighborhoods. They never have to deal with the ramifications of any of the crazy shit they say. Like, this is why when you go to certain stores, like, everything is behind
Hasan, I swear you're making me agree with a Destiny. This is not okay.
the lock now, and it's just going to lead to more
exactly what I. Yes. See.
Don't play by the rules. We live in a society where there are billionaires, where the top 1% holds 32% of the net worth, and the bottom.
Note how now she's pointing out billionaire's bad because she's got a millionaire in front of her. So she can't say, oh, we're in a society where there are awful, disgusting millionaires. Because to that, he can't say, yeah. I mean, he would, because that's what they do. Now it's the billionaires are the bad guy.
50% holds 2.5%.
Like, bruh, Hasan, you are that 0.001%.
Exactly.
Does he not realize this? Like, how is he sitting here having this conversation?
Oh, yeah, they're so bad. They're so bad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's rules for me, not for thee. Eat the rich while being rich. I'm buying Gucci. By the way, the guy buys Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Bonjour. He spends money, gives it Chanel Dion Chanel, probably, and people are giving him money because they think he's fighting for the poor, for the proletariat, the class struggle. And then he takes your money while saying, oh, corporation awful. He enters inside the Louis Vuitton store or the Gucci store or the Prada store. He enters and he's all like, well dressed with his attire costs more than what you make in a year, just what he's wearing that day. And then the people, of course, there treat you like you are the shit, because that's how these places are designed. And so they're like, sir, can I help you, sir? And he's going like, yeah, well, I was thinking of considering maybe I needed a bag. Yeah, just, rucksack, something. And they're like, well, we've got this excellent example, and it costs like $8,000. And he will say, yeah, I'll take two. Yeah. And so he goes out, he spent $16,000 that you gave him, while you're struggling to reach the end of the month, but you're thinking, proletariat, class struggle, power to the people, eat the rich. And this is what happened. With your money, why did he need that?
You are the rich, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Your family is the rich, bro.
The family too.
The social contract is broken. And then there's also the slippery slope of what happens if we completely break the social contract and no one plays by the rules anymore. And I wonder where you two see the interplay of those two ideas.
Right.
Well, the rules are already designed in a way where if you steal from the poor, you become rich. If you steal from the wealthy, you go to prison. So there's only one.
That was so deep, dude. Oh my God, that was so deep.
Yeah, it was incredible. Was it a Robin Hood?
It's so stupid. It's
with young people today.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, but
I don't know how anybody thinks like this. Oh my God.
Change.
And yeah, 7th grade logic. Yeah, this is like something I read. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let me see if I can find this.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I just wanted to put this whole thing into a single image because it was so funny. Israel lover wants another Israel critic murdered. What else is new? What? The fuck does Israel have to do with it? What did Israel do? Okay, so this is the Luigi thing. Okay, let me pull this up.
Yeah, that part I honestly didn't understand. Without knowing the context, it sounds like someone didn't like what he said and pushed for violence towards him. I, of course, don't believe him because I don't believe a word Hasan Piker says. Probably is completely like someone is just giving him a critique and he's interpreting and misrepresenting it. But if it is true that someone didn't like what he said about Israel and wishes him to die, then I would say that's wrong, because I'm against calls for violence to both the left, the right, up and down. And let's not do calls to violence. It's illegal. It's wrong. It's not protected speech.
Engels wrote about the concept of social murder. And Brian Thompson, as the United Healthcare CEO, was engaging in a tremendous amount of social murder, the systematized forms of violence, the structural violence of poverty, the for-profit paywalled.
See, what happens when somebody thinks that Hasan is doing that when he's protecting people that are advocating for jihad?
Yeah.
See, this is the reason why this system doesn't actually work.
Yes.
It's because when you apply it in a real situation, you realize that if you had everybody operating off of this, the whole world would be chaos.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody is going to have a different definition of what social murder is. Like, for example, if you think that if you normalize the concept of social murder, that means that, well, now if people aren't giving you food at a store and aren't allowing you to pay for your food, or, even though you don't have enough money, now they are kind of killing you because they're depriving you of nutrition.
Of course, yeah,
so in that same reasoning, you can come to the conclusion that it's okay to kill them. That's the problem.
Slightly more complex version of words of violence, and therefore, because you use words that I consider to be violence, it is apt for me to utilize real physical violence against you because it's self-defense. It's the same concept. Of course, by the way, it's true that there are awful scams when it comes to like the private health industry and like life insurance, and then they don't pay even though the husband died and they promised but they don't, and they found a loophole legally to scam people. Yeah, that's awful, obviously, but coming from him is the problem of the hypocrisy. And also it doesn't justify shoot the whatever CEO in the head, because again you can then justify all sorts of murders at that point, and we don't want a society like that. So what we want is, if this CEO has broken the laws and has done something awful, people should be able to protest about it. We should be able to raise awareness about it, and something should be done so that if he broke the law, either make new laws so that this will not happen ever again, to protect the customers and protect the people. And if he did break the law and caused awful, which I imagine I don't know if he did, I haven't got a clue, then he should be arrested and there should be consequences, so that other CEOs are not going to do it. Like, clearly, yes, something needs to be done, but justifying someone assassinating is a problem.
The system of healthcare in this country and the consequences of that are tremendous amounts of pain, tremendous amounts of violence, tremendous amounts of deaths. And that was a fascinating story for me, because Americans are very draconian about crime and punishment. They're very black and white on this issue. Yes. And yet, because of the pervasive pain that the private healthcare system had created for the average American, I saw so many people immediately understand why this death had taken place.
Again,
Engels.
The problem with this is that the moment that you normalize political violence, you allow it for also yourself.
And true.
This is the problem.
And your opponents.
Is that I don't want to have any political violence. I don't want to have anybody advocating for shooting people in public.
And he's the extremist, even if you hate Asmongold. But don't you agree with this? Doesn't he have a good point? Isn't this the right thing to say for a functioning society, rather than the guy who says, I think the murder is fine, and also steal everything? How is that the good guy?
Because here's the actual result of what happened with Luigi. Luigi shot a guy in the back, and he killed him. United Healthcare is continuing on as a company. A new CEO is probably taking his place by now, and the company is probably operating about the same. And maybe the new CEO has more security. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, he's right.
So it didn't even accomplish anything, really.
No societal change,
Understandable and justifiable are the same thing. Well, and the thing is, what is this here? This is what I just saw before. Yeah, this is the... I mean, everybody can come up with an explanation for why it's okay to kill somebody else if they're crazy.
Exactly. Or if they're not just crazy, if they are brainwashed and indoctrinated by the propaganda of the extreme faction of their political side. Because this is exactly what we saw happen with Charlie Kirk. And one of the reasons why I've become more outspoken about politics. It's because of people justified it. They laughed about it, and I just couldn't be silent when it comes to that.
Like, this is the problem, is that the moment that you create a system where people feel like there are some acceptable forms of vigilante justice, what happens is that everybody now defines it in a different way, and everything is chaos. You can't have a world that works that way.
It's a jungle.
You can't do this. Look at the United Healthcare stock. They're killing it. Yeah, how's the United Healthcare doing? Let me see here. United Healthcare. Apparently I looked it up at some other point. 5 years ago, let's see here. It went down. It went down massively. Is this whenever the shooting happened?
We'll have to double check that.
I actually don't know when the shooting happened. I have no idea. Yeah, it went down massively. Policy changes? I have no idea about that. This shooting happened on December 4th. Oh. It went down a bit after that too, but it was also up really high. Like, it's kind of hard to say. So, apparently this was something else that had happened. So, because Trump...
I have no idea.
Cut Medicaid, they get less money. I see. Okay, that makes more sense. Right. And, I didn't even know that. All right, good. Like many social justice activists, and again, the problem with activism is lost. It's not about the working class opening the poor. It's about the violent destruction of anything, and anyone can be an enemy of their ideology. I think that also, like, whenever you greenlight any form of political violent extremism, you will have this happen, like, to people that you agree with, like, and it will. Like Charlie Kirk obviously was one example of it happening to somebody and I can almost guarantee you that when some left-wing person gets shot, a lot of right-wing people aren't going to go out and say how sorry they are. They're not.
And that's awful, because it becomes a vendetta. And everyone starts acting that way. That's why I agree with him. We shouldn't normalize it, because it's not going to be, it can be your side at one point, but it's going to come back and bite you. You don't want that.
And why is that? It's because all of the left-wing people decided to make Charlie Kirk into a meme and rationalize why it was okay to shoot an unarmed man in the neck.
So many videos. It was disgusting. And I've seen people who were like absolutely left-wing. They decided to become centrist because of the filth that they saw. on those days and months. And it wasn't a small group. Don't let them gaslight you. It was a lot of them. And I've documented as many as possible. It wasn't just a couple of random TikTokers. Absolutely not.
That's what it was. Trump did more damage to this corpo than Luigi? Yeah, of course he did. I mean, obviously, it's because Luigi didn't really do anything. And he's going to go to jail, and that's going to be it, right? There's nothing... Yeah. There's nothing that matters, right? He supports terrorists, so he's not supporting political violence. Yeah, exactly. And so this is the problem, is that I think that Hasan should be very careful, like, making statements like this, especially as like a public figure.
Agreed.
Because people will see these statements and they'll probably view this as like a green light for people to harass him or annoy him or something like that. And I think that any form of political violence over a disagreement or over a law like that should be resolved with a legal dispute. And I think also, especially, I mean, you saw what happened. Like, Luigi did do what he did and nothing happened. So, yeah, it's just embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I agree. Hasan Piker embarrassed himself again. But anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.